we do start on a little bit of a somber touch, really. So go back many years. I was 8 years old and at primary school, and it was coming to the summer holidays when we found out that we was going to get a new teacher for our new year. And we'd heard over the summer holidays that this teacher was really strict, and I'll be honest, there was a lot of children when we went back to school that was worried about this guy. And we had this guy as our teacher for the last 2 years of primary school, and all those fears were so wrong. This guy was an absolute legend. He was awesome for a teacher. It was fantastic. He was the man that introduced me to the aquarium hobby. My dad had tropical fish, and he kept the fish when I was young. But then as we grew, me and my brother, and we needed separate rooms, his kind of fish went. So when I got to 8 years old, this teacher came into our life, and he got us back into the hobby, and I've kind of had fish in my life ever since that. It's just sad news today that we woke up to find out that he died yesterday. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to do a tribute to him because he was such a nice bloke. He changed, like, he had such an effect on my life. It was unbelievable. And now he's kind of put me, his death has put me back in touch with a lot of lads from school, a lot of friends from primary school that I'd like lost touch with. And it turns out that it wasn't just me that Andrew Beattie had this effect on. So, yeah, he touched us all. So just wanted to pay a tribute to him because he's such a great guy. And he was the guy that got me into this hobby. So rest in peace, Mr. Beattie. Okay, we will start. I'll start extracting the water out of this tank, and then we will crack on. Okay, so the water's started to be extracted. I may just have to adjust the camera. I think I've not really left you with much to look at there. So I will put you onto there. So I have kind of dedicated this stream to Mr. Beattie today because he was he had such an influence on my life. Like I say, I started reading through the comments today of people that I used to go to school with, and wow, the guy had this influence on everybody's life. Such a great teacher. I'm just kind of thankful that a couple of years ago, I did actually approach him on Facebook, and yeah, thanked him. So kind of glad I did that as well, because now I'd be kicking myself for not trying to get in touch with him. He was a teacher that I should have really probably gone back into primary school to go and see. But you think about these things when you're a lot older, don't you? So not really going visiting old teachers isn't a thing that's kind of in your mind when you're a kid. You know, kind of wish I had now. And but he retired. He moved to France, and say today found out that he passed away yesterday. So good afternoon, Dane. How you doing, buddy? Good afternoon, Ian. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, yeah, it's not a nice thing to wake up to today. It's not a nice thing to wake up to. Someone like a teacher, the only teacher that I had that I can actually honestly say that had an influence on my life. Definitely. And we were all like, honestly, we were so apprehensive about this guy because we'd heard, I don't even know if it was true, but we'd heard like that he was really strict and he just wasn't. He was such a great bloke. Really was. So hope his family are okay. It's not a time to die just before Christmas. So yeah, my thoughts are with him today, and like I say, the kind of dedicate the stream to him today as well. Have a bit of a... Every now and again, I like to just, if you will, kind of hold round the gravel. Just brings up a bit of the crap as well, but it just freshens up the gravel where there may be a little, a little bit of algae growth or whatever. Just nice just to give it a bit of a roughen up from time to time. Round here, to be perfectly honest, it's quite bad this time. So we will just give that a bit of a doing while the water's extracting. So the two men that got me into this hobby have now sadly passed away. So it's up to me, I suppose, now to keep it going for them. Yeah, what a sad day. But I say his death has now put me back in contact with, well, up to now, three people that I've kind of known since I was 4 years old. So the amount of tributes that are flooding in about this guy on Facebook, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So just give it like just roughed up the gravel to give it freshen it up a little bit. It's not something to do every week, just every now and again. Glass I do weekly, whether it needs it or not. This tank does tend to need the glass doing, whereas the barb tank doesn't. Even though I do it, but it never really needs doing. Never. The lights are on so low though on the barb tank. Because it is obviously just mainly Anubias, so. So that's the glass done. I'm perfectly honest, I'll probably be it for this tank. This tank doesn't really need much maintenance doing on it. Live plants kind of make it look after itself. Say it's just a water change. Yeah, Dane, you will find them appearing to like eat the babies and then they'll spit them out. Yeah, mate. Yeah, they are really good parents, mate. Cribs. It's yeah, it's a mad one, isn't it? Yeah, but yeah, mate, they will move them about. They'll put them back to the. They'll move them back to the group if they stray out too far. That's what I'll give them all a good once over. See, make sure everything's okay. This tank's chilled out quite a lot now. Now the crebences have been moved out though. They had become, because there was 3 breeding pairs in here. There was no safe ground at the bottom. Something was always like, you know, so much battle going on. Yeah, they will, Dane. I've noticed it with the angels as well. The angels move the eggs when they get to like wiggler stage or wriggler stage. They move the eggs sometimes, which is pretty mad to watch. It's pretty mad to watch. So, but yeah, they do move them about, mate. To be honest, top-notch parents, crebensis, mate. Really, really good. So we kind of got away with the filters not packed in. The filters not stopped, so that's good. I will do though. While I'm seeing all this, all these plant weights. Now I've roughed up the gravel. There's quite a few plant weights being revealed, so we'll get them out. Just so anyone got a headache after last night? Got to admit, I've not. I was okay. I had a bottle of wine, but I was okay. No headache, no hangover, which was a good job, really, because we went shopping. Everywhere was rammed out. Everywhere was crazy busy. I'm just checking the shrimp tank there. There's quite a few shrimp on the choy wood, so all good, all good. Oh yeah, I may nearly be there. I'm gonna try and take out a little bit more today. So this will be the first water change on the tank now. The barbs are in there. So they're going to wonder what the hell's going on today. Although, I think they're just about settling into the size of the tank, the barbs now. They have, when they first went in there, you could tell they were all like, seemed amazed. They've all probably been in a tank, probably no longer than a foot in length, all the life, and then they get put into a 4-foot tank, and you could tell there was swimming about like crazy fish for the first few days, really stretching the fins, if you will. Especially the tinfoils. The tinfoils really enjoying that that extra size in tank for sure. Okay, guys, what I'll do, I'll just start the water going and just grab a conditioner in. For anyone that's in, I do water changes straight from the tap. Done it straight from the tap for over 40 years and it's never been a problem. So a little bit slower when I put the water back in during the winter months, as not to drop the temperature too rapidly. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. For anyone that's in at the moment, if you aren't a subscriber to the channel, if you could help support the channel by pressing the subscribe button. Notification button will let you know when we come live doing the streams, which is 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 PM GMT. And then we also do Saturday afternoons from 2 PM GMT. Start the Saturday ones just by doing the maintenance, and then it's more like a one-on-one with you then once that's done. So, and then Thursday afternoon I also launch a video at 3:15. This week is about the changes that have gone on with the rainbow fish tank, because in the past 4 weeks the rainbow fish tank's been like pretty much totally rescaped, and it was something that wasn't planned to be done, but we actually did it, and it looks like 100 times better than what it did. So yeah, it was a great move. We're doing the rescape, and all good, all good. Gives the rainbow fish a lot more room to swim, but then also opened the space up to put 6 red rainbow fish in there as well, which are doing really well. 4 of them are here now. They are only young, so they're still a little silverfish at the moment. They'll colour up probably in about 18 months. So, but I like to buy my fish like young and then watch them grow rather than get fully grown fish already. I do like to buy them in young. So can't really get much better than the red rainbows. I estimate probably about 4 months old, something like that. So all good, all good. Okay, so it is mainly Anubias in here. Anubias, Java fern. There are some crypts, and obviously the amazing lotus tiger lily there. Because the Anubias is really slow growing, they do become a little bit of prone to algae growth because it's so slow growing. So I do use a little bit of liquid CO2 just to kind of help keep that down, and I use a liquid fertilizer. And all my plants kind of thrive on it, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. The water is going in a little bit slower. It is quite cold. So we'll keep it coming in at that rate, and we should be good. We should be good. So Merry Christmas to everybody that's in at the moment, if you celebrate Christmas, obviously. Hope you're all set for it. We're not too far away now. Not too far away. And before you know it, New Year. All good. All good. It's been busy morning today. Just picked my washing machine up as well. Went did my shopping. So yeah, we've been a busy boy today. Busy boy. Just gonna grab a drink, guys. So I will leave you looking at the tank for a second. And I suppose really we kind of have to look at paying tribute to those that unfortunately lost their lives last night as well in Germany. I don't know. Horrendous, horrendous, so close to Christmas. So many people injured. What's going on? It's been a crazy day. Everything's looking really good. So the cribs had a go at the red-tailed black shark, and he's looking good. His tail's growing back, so that's good. There was another reason after seeing his fin. It was time for them to go. So for those that don't know, last Sunday I did take out all the crebensis out of this aquarium, all the crebensis out of the angelfish aquarium. I haven't replaced the crebensis in there with anything. 6 red rainbows went in there, so that's enough. As for the angelfish tank, the crebensis in there got replaced with 18 tiger barbs and 6 tinfoil barbs. So we can't really any longer call it an angelfish tank, really. It's 4 angelfish and what is it, 24 barbs. So it's now officially a barb tank, really. And it's kind of changed the whole dynamic of the tank round completely. It's so lively. All the tiger barbs schooled together, which is just exactly what I wanted. And all the tinfoil barbs grouped together. So yeah, we've got some really attractive displays going on at the moment. New year, new tank coming in for the angelfish, for the breeding angelfish, and yeah, things are moving forward. So that'll be a project for the first couple of months of the year, hopefully. Kind of start by building maybe like a small cabinet that'll hold 2 aquariums, one on top of each other, and at the side of that, somewhere to put my computer and my laptop so I can work in there, and take out the massive computer desk that's already in there. So that'll open up loads of space. The 2 tanks, one's going to be a black water breeding tank for the angelfish, the 2 for the breeding angelfish that I have, and then underneath that I am going to also make it another black water tank, but it's going to have no light on there. It's going to have no light on there for a reason. I'm going to try and attempt to breed cardinals. Cardinal tetras eggs are light sensitive, and cardinal tetras only breed in the darkness. So it should be quite a nice little setup. Do a dark water setup, loads of botanicals at the bottom, and because that's kind of what they need. And then try and kind of put a net over the botanicals a little bit, so when the cardinals do breed, the eggs will fall through the net and not be eaten by the cardinals. They do tend to eat their own eggs, so which I've never really understood in the wildlife world. Eat your own kids. So weird. But yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan for the first quarter of next year, hopefully. So let's just try and do a head count on some of the fish. And I have recently put salt and pepper corridors in here as well. But I'm kind of only seeing one at the moment. But not that I'm worried, because I can see one stir by there and a salt and pepper there. And there's loads of cribensis in this tank. So I'm not worried. They've just all gone in hiding a little bit. So they'll come out later on when we feed. Nothing to worry about. So, Ken, how are you doing, buddy? Are you all set for Christmas, Ken? Comes around fast, man, doesn't it? Comes around fast. Today is what? Today is the shortest day, is it? Today. So, technically, summer's on its way. Summer's on its way, guys. I think it's a long way off, but it is on its way. Oh, Ken. There's so many people I've seen doing that today, mate. So many people last minute shopping. To be honest, I used to do that, mate. I did. I do try and get it out of the way now early end of November, early December. Try and get it all out of the way. It's just it's so good when you get that, when you can do that. It just makes you feel a lot better. Reese, good afternoon, buddy. So 2 questions, mate. 1, how are you feeling today? And 2, how are those guppies, mate? You haven't had time. I know, mate. We all say that, don't we? I know, mate. It is true, though, isn't it? It is true. When do you get time to go and do all this shopping? Because companies don't let you have time off for shopping, do they? And then they kind of want you to work weekends as well on the run up to Christmas. Quite with mate, though, my boss hasn't asked us to work weekends. For fair dues, he does know I'm busy though on a Saturday, so. But yeah, diamond ring, will it? You'll be buying the wife, Ken, will it? Nice, nice big sparkly diamond ring. I'm a lot better, thanks, mate. Nice. And the cup is good, mate. That's the news we wanted, mate, innit? For sure. So to turn the water off on these babies. Move over. For anyone that's in at the moment, just help the channel by subscribing. If you click the notification button, it will tell you when we have things coming on. My channel is all aquarium based, mainly rainbow fish, but if you just look at rainbow fish as being community tank aquariums, you're not very far wrong there. All my videos are educational. And we do the fish club meetings, live streams 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And we also do a long form video that's released on a Thursday afternoon as well. So I'm going to bring you around, put you onto the angel tank, strike that, put you onto the barb tank. It's been an angel tank for so long. And we'll get a water change done on these babies as well. It's not going to be too big a water change on here today. I am going to put the water back in this quite a little bit slower today though than what I have done on the rainbow tank. Mainly because of the amount of barbs in there. This is their first water change, so try and make it as stress-free as possible for them. This water's on its way out. Here we go. I do use different sponges for the glass for anyone that thinks no way you're using the same sponge. I do use separate sponges, and I do find that sponges, non-stick scouring pad sponges, are just the best to use. I've tried all kinds. I've tried the razor blade scrapers, magnet scrapers, tried them all, and the basic non-stick scouring pad beats every single one, hands down. Definitely the tool of choice. It cost about £1, which is probably about $1.20. I don't know what they are in America though, but in the UK it cost about £1 for a dozen. And when you've used them 4 or 5 times and they're looking a bit shabby, just nicely disposed of in the bin, and you get another one. And a pack of 12 tends to last you around about a year. So £1 a year for your glass, or buy a £40 scraper that doesn't do as good a job, and you'll have to replace the blades every 3 or 4 times. All adds up. All adds up. Definitely the cheapest option, and I'm the best. I'll be honest, I'm the best. So I am struggling a little bit today, guys. I'm in a bit of pain. My kidney stones are sore today. I just need to put the buffer into the rainbow tank. I haven't done it. I am a little bit knocked for 6 today, guys, with the loss of a wow. What just a man that influenced my life so much. So yeah, it's wasn't the greatest thing to wake up to this morning to find out that he'd passed away. Was the guy who got me into this hobby, funnily enough. So the stream today is kind of dedicated to him, Mr. Andrew Beatty, school teacher that I had in the 80s. And I always thought he was like massive influence on my life. And like I say, I woke up today to find out that he'd passed away. It was on Facebook. And I've been out shopping and I've come back and I've read some of the comments, and he actually has put me in touch with a lot of school friends from primary school. And yeah, it wasn't just me that this man had a massive effect on. Turns out every young child he taught, he influenced greatly. Had a massive impact on everybody's lives. So rest in peace, Mr. Betta. Rest in peace. Especially when you're the boss. 12 grown-ass men. That is even worse, mate, if you don't give yourself time off. But a female bristle nose today, nice. And some new air stones and a new net. Nice, mate, nice. How much was the bristle nose, Reese, out of interest? Have you got a male? Have you got a male? Because I'm, to be honest, when I think about it, I might even have a crack at breeding plecos as well. When I start the fish room up, I won't just have them as display tanks, we'll have them as different things. Breeding different types of fish and that. Yeah, that's kind of liking that idea. I do use buffers in my water, guys, because my water is so soft. It tests at a zero GH and 0 KH. Last week on the stream, I did a TDS meter reading on it, and my tap water comes out at 39 to 40 parts per million. Yes, my tap water is or has less parts dissolved solids than bought mineral water. I think it was Avian. So yeah, that's pretty mad, really. To be fair, £4.50, man. That's a bargain. Especially if you can get babies out of them as well, Reese. That is a bargain. I'm just going to set the water coming back into this tank. In fact, no, I'm not going to set the water going back into that tank at the moment. I keep doing this, and then I forget. I do want a little bit of work on this tank today. I'm going to take off a few of the tired Anubias leaves. But before I put the water back in, I want to stand up. There's a trunk that goes in the middle on a V shape, and it's kind of it's MIA. It's been it got taken down by the Cubensis when they were like digging out. So kind of need to stand it back up. Trying to get some of the tired leaves off the Anubias. I'm gonna get some botanicals ordered this week as well. I want some smaller leaf botanicals for this tank actually. because I've already got quite a lot of cardinals in here. So and I'm hoping that the addition of quite a few botanicals along the floor at the front will give Crebensis fry a bit more of a chance as well. So yeah, that'll be that's another plan for this tank. So things are moving forward. Right, where's this bloody wood gone? There it is. There it is. So we'll get that baby stood back up. Wow. So actually, what the hell? Right, I'm going to show you this because if you go onto my community page, you will see that this tank, you'll see the picture of this tank before the water was put in. Now that is the middle piece. Now on the picture, you'll see that there was it kind of V'd off like that, and that's all that's left. So I can only assume that over time the Crebensis, not the bloody Crebensis, the plecos have munched away at it, or it's just degraded. I'm not quite sure really, but well, not really much point putting that back in. Okay, so that's a bit of a mad one. I have to look for another piece of wood to go into the middle there. I haven't taken many Anubias leaves off here today. It's just I don't do too much. I just do a little bit each time. Just helps keep it down and puts a bit of light in there for new growth and just I just have to watch because all this scape now. It was glued in, but it's just no longer glued in. The glue's failed over the years. So kind of think that's it. We'll see leaves coming through as we go anyway. Okay, guys, I'll start the water into here now. Still finding party popper streamers as well everywhere after last night. Party poppers everywhere. Okay, so water's going back in. Bring you closer. Have a look what's going on. No, I don't think I have, Dane. Unfortunately, I think all the Crebensis fry hadn't survived, mate. But look at these. These, honestly, look at these tin foils. They're so good. They're just so good at the moment. If you can see them there now. But, oh God, I kind of love them. These tin foils are just spectacular. Just goddamn amazing. This tank is, I'll just put you close for a bit anyway. Let you see what's going on in there. You see why I changed out? I love schooling fish. I love it. And that tank now is mainly schooling fish. The cardinals in the middle there, all looking good. Unfortunately, as you know, we did lose a lot of cardinals, which was my fault. But yeah, we will add to that number. Again, we will get more cardinals back. So I've actually, due to my favourite teacher passing yesterday, I have actually kind of got back in touch with a lad I used to go to school with years ago. And I have told the story before, the guy who whose terrapin I think is in the lake near where his house is. So yeah, I don't think I'll be telling him though. I don't want to start a massive family argument. So I think we'll keep that our secret. I'm pretty sure that it is his terrapin. When I look at the wood has degraded so much in this tank over the years. Over like what, 2.5, 3 years? It's crazy how it's degraded so much. Start getting a little bit of stuff put away. I'll do this. I am a bit of a nightmare for getting everything out, and should clean as I go, really. Clean as you go. It's easier, you know. That's what a guy I used to work with said to me all the time when I was a kid. Oh, why don't I do this every week? I'm practically tidied up already. How are your cubensis doing, Dane? They're settling in well. Haven't you got babies? Didn't you say last night that you got babies, mate, actually? Going back. Just ignore me, mate. Ignore me. You already told me that you're moving them about today, aren't they? How many do you think you've got, Dane, on the baby cribs front? It's hard to tell, mate, isn't it? Because they blend in with the substrate so well. They really do. It's incredible. Just looking in the shrimp tank at the moment, just while that fills up. And there's so many shrimp in that tank. Incredible. They are the proper minute, mate, aren't they? They're only like really a couple of mil when they're out and about. To start off with. Yeah, that temperature. I have actually dropped the temperature in this tank anyway since putting the Actually, that's gone down. That's currently on 78 now. I don't think the water going in will have affected that too much. 78 to 80 is kind of where I want this tank at now. Say when I move the angels out, they will go back into a tank that I will go back up to like 80, 82. But, the barbs tend to like it more, 78, 80. So that's what we'll keep them at. And all the fish since we've gone camera shy. So let's have a look. Put it back over there. See what's happening over that side instead. Oh, jeez. What's going on? Let's see if that. Just while I fill up, guys, and then I will come and sit in front of the camera again then. On a course stream, we've got to install a washing machine. Get a load of washing done. It's relentless, isn't it? Time never stops. But how lucky am I that my washing machine breaks the week before Christmas? That's where my luck level's at, guys. So hopefully, Ken, when you go out shopping today, mate, hopefully people haven't lost their mind like they have in the UK. Honestly, today, I don't know how people. Some people you come across when you're out shopping, it does make you wonder how they breathe and walk at the same time without falling over. Because they're so brainless. It's unbelievable. It really is. Come across some people you do. How have you survived to get to 35-year-old? It's make me wonder sometimes. We're nearly there. It is going a little bit higher than what was in there. I did remove some water last week when I introduced the barbs in, because I use the water that the barbs come in. I don't tip them into a net and then put them in the tank. I just see that as being way more stressful than what it needs to be. I've always been under the belief that if you don't trust the water that the fish have been living in that shop, then why are you buying the fish? So I trust the water from the shops that I buy from. I think it's pretty. If you don't trust the water in the shops you buy from, then I would consider buying from elsewhere for sure, to be perfectly honest. When you think of it on that side of logic, to me, it makes more sense than tipping your fish in a net and then transferring them in. It can't be. It's got to be so stressful. That's how I've always done it. I've never had a problem with it. I don't quarantine either. I don't quarantine mainly because I don't have the capacity of running an empty tank. 24/7 for when I go out and buy fish. And I don't really know anyone who would do that. So yeah, Kimco. So the black marble, I've got a black marble and I've got a red devil koi, and they do breed. They're the ones that are going to go into the separate breeding tank in the new year. And then the other two will probably end up in the rainbow fish tank, to be perfectly honest, and see how they're doing there. See if they settle in. Because they're not, the other two aren't a breeding pair, you see. So the only time you see any like aggression with the angels is from the breeding pair. So when they're protecting the area that they're cleaning, when they're protecting the eggs that they've laid. So yeah, I think the other two will probably fit into the rainbow fish tank okay. I was going to rehome them, but I don't in particular like rehoming angelfish. I like to keep them. Kind of like, they grow on you, angelfish, don't they? And you know, just all pretty stunning. So I have rehomed angels in the past years ago, and I kind of regretted it. So I do have to think about how it made me feel in the past. Let's turn that water off because we are up to the level. Hose pipe can go. We'll just pull you guys back a little bit. Just that's not too bad actually. Let's get rid of that. And that is our water change. 2 large tanks in will that be less than an hour today? In less than an hour. Water change on 2 large tanks done. All good. That means all tank maintenance is now complete for the week. Happy days. Oh, you don't know how good that makes me feel. Now I can have a sit down. I'm a little bit in pain today with a kidney stone, so which is never good. And I did wake up to some really bad news this morning, which I will go into, hence why today's stream is called a tribute, because today's stream is dedicated to a man that influenced my life massively back in the day. The man who introduced me to the aquarium hobby, guys, actually. My primary school teacher from when I was 8 years old. We had him for 2 years. And he was a wonderful man. Wonderful man. Sadly, he passed away yesterday. So we are running a little bit of a tribute for the guy today because he was awesome. No, and I don't really say that a lot. A lot of people so when I was 7 years old, the last week of school, when we were 7 years old, we got told in the summer after the summer holidays, we were going to be getting a new teacher to the school, a man called Mr. Andrew Beatty. And in those summer holidays, we were hearing rumours about him being really strict. And I don't know if that was even true. It's just, I don't even know if it was true what we heard about him. But needless to say, we were all pretty scared. We were all pretty scared. 8-year-old children going into this classroom that this guy was supposed to be pretty bad. And he couldn't have been further. That could not have been further from the truth about Mr. Andrew Beattie. He introduced me to the aquarium hobby because we walked into that classroom on the first day and he'd set up an aquarium in there. And he was great. He really was a great bloke. I'm just lucky, really, and thankful that 2 years ago, I did search him out on Facebook and contacted him. And I contacted him solely to thank him because he was such an influence on my life. He was a fantastic man. And I'm glad I did. Glad I did. We did swap a few words with each other, and he remembered me as well, which was nice to know. So yeah, it's yeah, what a sad day. So like I say, he introduced me to the hobby. The two men that have had an influence on my life, and both men had their hand in me keeping fish, was my dad and Andrew Beattie. And sadly, we've lost them both. So yeah, just want to respect today to Andrew Beattie. So the stream today is a tribute to Andrew Beattie because he was such a great bloke. He really was. And I'll be honest, I woke up to that, saw it on Facebook. I went out, been out doing my shopping, come back, and I've looked, and his death has now reintroduced me to quite a few people I used to go to school with years ago as a little boy. I've known these people like being 4-year-old. And it wasn't just me that influenced. That guy influenced every one of us. Every single kid that I used to go to school with has had so many good things to say about him. So respect to his family today, and rest in peace, buddy. Cheers, vibes. Cheers, Jake. Just let me try and catch up. Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody that's in, actually. Yeah, Kim Cole, mate. I do look after them all, mate. But yeah, I love Anubius, mate. I do. I've got like way too much of it though. I just need to go back a little bit because I have missed quite a bit of the chat while I've been chattering on. I think I'm there though. Luke Marr, thanks for joining us, buddy. Merry Christmas, buddy. Hope you have a good one. Hope you're ready for it. Let's hope. I think I'm actually up to date on chat now. Apart from, good afternoon, Sam. How you doing, mate? Merry Christmas. Yeah, the party was. I weren't allowed to put music on or anything. I thought I might have been able to put like a bit of music on in the background, but not allowed. So the stream would have been taken down for broadcasting live music. So yeah, so that was a bit of a wounder, but it went all right. We went for like nearly 3 hours. I had a bottle of wine, and I'll be honest, my eyes were tired by the time it got to like 11:15. So we kind of called it a day, but it was okay, mate. We had a laugh, we had a chat. You're in the middle of a water change, buddy. I've just finished mine now. All good though. I seem to inspire water changes doing the live stream on a Saturday. Got to admit. I am out and about tomorrow because I've got a little bit to do. I've got to kind of pick up the turkey for Christmas Day, drop that off. I I've got a few little things to do. I want to go to B&Q and get some tubs as well. On the way back, I'm going to go past a shop that last week had Odessa barbs. If they've still got them, I'm going to get some. Put them in the barb tank. Odessa barbs, god damn, they're so beautiful. So yeah, hopefully, I'll throw a few of them in there tomorrow. I will show you around the tanks for those that have never been in before. We'll start off with the shrimp tank because a minute ago there's quite a few shrimp out. You need to do water changes later. I know, mate. Them jobs, aren't they? I just find loads of people doing vibes. Loads of people do water changes on a Saturday while I'm doing it. It's like, yeah, so many messages coming through saying, you know, you've just inspired me to do a water change. And I'm pretty sure Ken's got like 26 tanks. I'm pretty sure he does a bit of tank maintenance during the streams as well. Nice, Sam. You have to send us some pics through on Insta, mate. Just bought a true parrot. A bird parrot or a parrot fish, mate, Chesney. 19. I thought you had 26, mate. I thought you had 26. Fish. Nice, mate. Nice. Actually, the shop where I got my barbs from last week, they had some red parrots, orange parrots, and some blue parrots. But I didn't know that the blue parrots were actually dyed. So, and it does fade. So, bear with me, guys. I have one clip show. We'll show you around. So, try and get you zoomed in a little bit today on the shrimp tank because there is shrimp all over this tank at the moment. So, like, we have put the choya wood in there. You can see there are like shrimp inside that thing as well. But like, it's kind of teeming with shrimp at the moment. I do let this go. Don't really do much maintenance on it. I have done a little bit of maintenance on it this week. It's probably why it's brought quite a few of the shrimp out and about. But so many shrimp in here now at the moment. It's crazy. And way too many bloody handlers. Again, so that's the shrimp tank. Then we go over to obviously the one I've just done a bit of work on, the rainbow tank. Rainbow tank's looking awesome at the moment. I really am happy how I rescaped that. Lotus tiger lilies looking a lot redder with the human eye than what it's actually looking on the phone, although it is looking pretty red. The crypts that are put in there are all settling in well as well, so that's good. Then the Anubius there is doing all good. Over to the barb tank, nearly called it a rainbow. So obviously there's the beautiful tin foils. I've always loved tinfoil barbs, guys. Yeah. A few albino tigers, 6 of those in this tank at the moment. There's another one. Try and get you a nice little close up of him. So, kind of do love my barbs. Green tiger barbs. There is a half a dozen of those in this tank as well now. Red phantom tetra. There's about a dozen of those in here. Cardinals, obviously, out of the neon tetra and the cardinal tetra, I do prefer the cardinals. They're a lot easier to look after as well, but they're just so colourful. And that's my breeding angels, which, to be honest, I think are warming up for another session. And so Yeah, they'll get moved out in the new year though. They're gonna end up in their own little tank. I may even, thinking about it when I do it, put a so I want an under gravel pleco cave so you can see from the side. And if I put a load of botanicals in, I'm kind of hoping I may be able to breed them both in the same tank, angels and plecos. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. I may be a little bit overzealous there, but who knows? Only time will tell. So then we've got the CO2 tank, which did give a bit of a trim down the other day. Little shrimp lolly in there, as you can see, still stable. That's been in there like 3 days. I will take that out later on now. It's been in there long enough. There isn't really enough shrimp in this tank yet to really warrant putting a full shrimp lolly in there. But it was nice to put one in anyway because they've had a good feed. There's quite a few of the Amano shrimp in here. I do have 4 albino corridors in here. We did lose quite a lot of fish from this tank last week after the CO2 dump. So yeah, we kind of lost 7 of the CPDs, so I need to try and get more of those in the new year. So that's the tanks up to now, guys. There is more coming. Fish room being built next year. Like I say, 2 more tanks being introduced into that room as well, hopefully in the first quarter. As the channel grows, the fish room will grow with it. Gives me more opportunity to do different content. So let's get you plugged back in. Goes into position. Catch up on chat. Yeah, they're a cichlid, Chesney. I believe, like I say, I believe they are died, a lot of them, though. The blue ones especially, mate. That's what we was told on Sunday. They just fade out over time. But they are stunning, mate. They had quite a few parrotfish in there last week, and it's not something they normally get. They are trying to get a little bit more of like different species rather than keep carrying the same species. They are trying to get a little bit of a varied selection. God, I can't get my words out. Yeah, like the ones you make, Ken, yeah? That's exactly what I'm after, mate. Just a little tube underneath. Do you want to, just so you can see them as well? It's, you know, so like how the first bit of the fish room is going to go is I'm going to build a little table. It's going to have my computer on there, so I can kind of work in there. What I try and pull the YouTube work I do out of my lounge. I'm not, the tanks in here, they will stay in here, obviously, but I want to try and pull it out my lounge, if you will. So yeah, I'm going to build empty the spare room, everything in the spare room I haven't used for 10 years. So I've got to think, if I'm not using it for 10 years, why have I kept it? So it's got to go. So all that'll go. First thing, build a table that'll hold my computer and 2 60-litre tanks, 60-litre cubes. One for the angelfish and maybe put a male and female plaque in there. We'll see. I'm just toying with that idea at the moment. Underneath that, it's going to be a black water. Another one underneath that. It's not going to have any light on it whatsoever. I'm going to breed cardinals in that. Cardinals will only lay in dark. Cardinal eggs are photosensitive, so the eggs will die off in light. So yeah, it's going to be a cheap little effective setup where I can maybe breed cardinals. So yeah, I'm kind of buzzing with that, because obviously you can put like shrimp in all these things as well, and yeah, it's just going to be, yeah, it's going to be really, really good. Really good. Cheers, Chesney. Thank you very much, buddy. I agree, vibes. Let's get the thumbs going. I'm going to get you up there as well, mate. Sammy Fire, good afternoon, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Adam Gale, again, thanks for joining us. Sammy Fire and Adam Gale, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a really great holiday wherever you are in the world. Hope it's peaceful and merry in your time for family, isn't it? So hope you have a good one, guys. That goes for everybody in the stream. Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. I feel a little bit better this time, mate. I do feel a little bit better. I am in a bit of pain, though. I've got to admit, I am in a little bit of pain still. Your fish gave birth, Sammy Fire. What fish, buddy? It's always nice when you see young in it. Guppies. Yes, mate. We do have a resident guppy breeder in here as well, mate. A guy called Reese. If he's still in, he'll probably be able to give you loads of information on that, mate. On raising guppy fry and all that. I'm gonna just grab a drink. New drink today though. Iced lemon tea today. Didn't have my usual peach tea, so we've gone lemon. I think it might be pretty good. I've had lemon tea before, just not had this make. So if it's anything like the peach tea that they make, that would be mighty fine. Here we go. Looks like does look like beer though, but it's not. Merry Christmas, guys. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Peach is better though, but that's pretty nice. Oh, actually, that's really nice. I think I'm around 20 subscribers off 2,500 subscribers, guys. So I'm trying to build this channel up. So if you're not a subscriber, ding that subscribe button and notification button. Share button helps loads as well. But more than anything, the like button. Every time you press the like button, it puts a video or whatever you've liked into someone else's feed on YouTube. So a like button just helps so much. It really does. Adam, do you have a YouTube channel as well, buddy? What should you feed them? I would, so you can use a liquid fry. First few days, if your tank's aged, it will just feed off like microbacteria that's present in the tank, mate. As for introducing food, maybe a liquid fry for live bearers. I like to use bee pollen, mate, but it's something you'd probably have to order or go to like a specialist herbal store for. But bee pollen, if you dissolve it in a little bit of warm water, that's so good for fry, for shrimp. It's just like it's packed out with protein and good things. Only good things come from bee pollen. But in like Adam Vibes says there, even like get your powdered food, your flake food, just grind it up in your finger so it's fine. Fine particles should be good too. But I am a massive believer of bee pollen. It's something I've used for years and I just get great results from it. I pour it once a week, I'll pour it into my shrimp tank. So what I'll do, I'll get like 10 granules of bee pollen into a little bit of warm water, leave it 10 minutes, it kind of dissolves, keep stirring it, it just dissolves to an emulsion. And then I split that emulsion then and spray it in the 2 tanks that I have for shrimp. Kind of slightly clouds of water for seconds, but I kind of pour it across. When shrimplets hatch from the eggs underneath the mother, when they land on the floor or wherever they land, that's kind of where they stay. And they stay there for a good few days because they don't have the capacity to move. So they just stay there and they're just picking away at the food that's available to them in that area, which tends to be, you know, the bacteria that's forming on things. That slimy coating when you take stuff out of your tank, that's what your shrimp feed on. So if you add like bee pollen emulsion throughout the tank where it lies, it just gives them those little shrimplets that you can't see. Just gives them something to eat away at. And within a few weeks of munching away on that kind of stuff, you will be able to see them. So it's all good. It's all good. My pH is 8.2, struggling to grow plants. What's the pH like coming out of your tank, Chesney? Coming out of your tap, I should say. Christmas dinner plans, Christmas traditions. Mate, I've always gone down to my parents' Christmas Day. And yeah, that'll continue, buddy. It's a little bit different now. My dad's passed away, so Christmas kind of doesn't have the same impact anymore when you lose a loved one. So, but yeah, we'll be down there. Christmas dinner. My mum makes a great Christmas dinner. It's like, that's why I'm so thin. I grew up on great food. Yeah, and that's what it'll be, mate. As for my dad used to always like a good quality whiskey. So we used to always get him a good quality whiskey on Christmas as his Christmas present, and we'd always open it and see what it was like on Christmas on like the afternoon Christmas, just a shot because obviously I'd drive home afterwards. But yeah, that was kind of a little tradition that had kicked in, mate, and sadly we won't be able to do that anymore. But yeah, it's just a bit of a time really. Spend a bit of time with my mum and eat loads of food and chocolate. What about you, Vibes? What's your Christmas dinner plans, mate? I'm picking up our turkey tomorrow from the butcher's near me. So yeah, once all that's done, we're set. Food's in. So 8.2. What fish are you putting in there, Chesney? I see. It's crazy, isn't it? What plants have you been putting in there? In Iran, we don't have liquid food or flakes. We only have 2 kinds, one for normal fish, one for blackouts. What? Oh man, you should be okay with the microbes that are in the tank, mate. But whatever food you can get hold of, just try and grind it down to a powder, so it's so they can eat it. So yeah, so tomorrow I am hoping to pick up some of these little beauties. I will just need to. I have had a lot on today, so I kind of wasn't 100%. I know I never am though. I'm never really 100% ready when I come onto stream. But yeah, the Odessa barbs are just pretty goddamn amazing, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I'm hoping to pick up half a dozen of those little beauties tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be that's part of tomorrow's mission. You're going to grandma's for Christmas? Nice, mate, nice. To be honest, it was mad, really, because it's such a long time ago since my grandparents passed away. But Christmas Day, like, the grandparents used to come round as well. They'd have Christmas dinner. And then my gran used to do everyone's head in because she'd just sit there rubbing her shoes together on her feet, squeaking. Oh, God, it used to drive me nuts. Yeah, make a powder, Sammy, and put it in like that. Just something so they can eat it. Something that is easily edible. That'll go in them little tiny mouths. Where in the world are you, Vibes? Are you in the UK, States, Europe? Probably asked this before. Do forget though. What about everyone else? Does anyone can text us? Oh, mate. So is it pretty warm in Texas at the moment, mate? Or is it cold in Texas at the moment? I know, mate. I know. It just helps out though, mate. It's the people that come in. It's the people that come in regular and kind of help me out, mate. Especially like Vibes there asking everyone to like it and things like that. It's just that's kind of what you want for your mods. It helps me as well, Ken. It helps me see the ones that come in regularly. You know what I mean? It just helps me see who is like a passing through or someone that returns. Helps me sort out in my head where I'm at. I'm not 100% on using like the YouTube Studio app to see all your stats. So on the lives, mate, it's weird with the lives on the YouTube Studio because you don't really get the true stats once, right? So you do the live stream and then it kind of after that it uploads to YouTube and it stays there. Then I don't really understand how it works, but once it's uploaded, it resets it. So you look and think, so you look and be like, right, no one's watched it. It's got no watch hours. It's not like brought any money in. And you're just like, just totally resets it. So it just helps me see who keeps coming back, mate. Because sometimes I'm proper rubbish with names and you get so many people that come through that almost have the same name, you know. I know it's daft, but like we've got a Sammy now, Sammy firing. We've got a Salmon, and like when you see like a Sam will come in, and I know like, I've made Sam mod now, so I know this. But then Sammy fire come in, and you think, oh, is that the same person? You get people that come in like Pete comes in. I think he's got 2 or 3 different accounts, so it kind of just helps me kind of get it in my head on who they all are. It's 2 degrees. Oh well, it's pretty cold then, isn't it? I weren't sure what the weather would be like, mate, in Texas at the moment. No, that's why I know, Ken. I know that's why I do it, though. That's why I do it. Fulfill my dreams for 2024. To be perfectly honest, regarding the YouTube, yeah, it's done all right. It's done all right. This time last year, I was on 750 subscribers. Now I'm just short of 2,500. So I've gained like a bloody lot of subscribers, a good amount of subscribers in the past 12 months. 6 months ago, I set myself the target of being monetized, fully monetized by YouTube by the end of the year. I kind of managed to go fully monetized just over a month ago now. So yeah, that's I think regarding the YouTube, yeah, I've kind of hit where I wanted to be. Obviously, I'd like to be more. I'd like to have, rather than have 2,500 subs, I'd rather have 25,000 subs, obviously. But it's a small channel and it's growing because of you guys. So yeah, that's definitely something that's happened. As for 2025, new fish room, which will all be documented on the channel as well. And hopefully the channel grows to a point where this will become my full-time job, doing the YouTube. That's where I'd like to be. Wherever that will be the case in 12 months' time, mate, who knows? Kind of. It's like recently I've kind of been it's on Twitter though, or X, kind of Father Fish has taken an interest. So you kind of hope that as a small YouTuber, you kind of hope that a massive YouTuber like Father Fish or like Fish Shop Matt would pick up on one of your videos and share it with their community to try and, you know, and because that's kind of what small channels dream of. I do have that kind of promotion from Richard at Fishkeeping Answers. He regularly promotes my videos. He's got 38,000 subscribers, so that does always help. But when you've got a YouTuber that's got like over 150,000 subs, if they promote one of your channels, it can turn your channel around. So the way I look at it, mate, is just carry on the way I'm going. Keep doing the live streams, because these pull in genuine fans, genuine people that watch your content and that. So yeah, just carry on as I am, mate, really, and hopefully keep growing. Subs don't really matter too much, mate. It is watch hours. It's people watching your stuff that that help promote your channel more than anything. But I'll be honest, the live streams I love, because you get the same people coming in, and you kind of get to know each other. If you're doing the live streams for like 3 months now, I've made some good friends. I've made some good friends on here, friends that you'd never really dream of making friends with, like yourself, Vibes, Ken. We did a live stream together, me and Ken, approximately a month ago, and like we talk on Insta. You know, it's you make some good friends. Reese, that's in the Guppy Man, he lives 20 miles away from me. Pete, that comes in, he lives 4 miles down the road. Turns out that for years I worked with his sister-in-law. It was a proper small world. Me and Pete have gone halves on online fish order delivery that we got in a few weeks ago. So it's just the community. The live streams bring in a really good community. So yeah, mate. So hopefully just carry on as I am, and hopefully the Fishkeeper Club gets more people coming in. Obviously, the more people come in, the more knowledge we get. Ken, every single tank he's got, he runs CO2 in there. He makes his own CO2. So to have that kind of knowledge where you can just like, right, I want to have a go at making my own CO2, boom, you can go to Ken. Someone comes in here and says, do you know how to make your own CO2? We can say, look, if you come in the week, come back on Saturday, there's a guy who does it. Ken grows plants, sells plants. Nice little sideline that makes him some good money. So it's good to have that kind of knowledge coming in here. We get a guy called Rayner comes in that breeds seahorses. Breeds seahorses? What more? You know, it's one of them, innit? The Fishkeeper Club's been going for 3 months. So when you get people coming in that have that kind of knowledge, that come in regularly and quite happily pass that knowledge on, this Fishkeeper Club can only grow. And as this Fishkeeper Club grows, it'll grow my channel with it as well. So hopefully, mate, that's where we're going to be at this time next year. Hopefully a little bit bigger than what we are now. How many gallons is the tank behind me? Valboy. So that is a 300 litre aquarium. It's 4 foot long. I believe it's round about a 60 gallon. It's filtered by an FX4, and there is quite a decent powered sponge filter in the back there as well, mate. Just probably not really needed anymore, to be perfectly honest, but I keep it running there. It can always go in another tank if need be. This is it, vibes. It is, like say, it's the community in it that grows. It grows. How? At what age did your rainbows colour up, Sammy? Favourite fish? It's pretty hard, isn't it? It's pretty hard to name one favourite. I do like my rainbow fish. My channel is mainly rainbow fish based. So like favourite rainbow fish, you got to look at the Bozeman because nothing but amazing. The Park and Sonai, kind of like them as well. Unfortunately, I did lose my Parkinson's a few months ago. Don't really know why. I also do like the Susie rainbow fish. Whereas at the moment he's not up to colour, but last night he kind of showed a bit of colour so you could see just how beautiful he is. And then I like schooling fish, mate. I like schooling fish. Hence why I've packed that out with barbs. So, and then you come down to your barbs. So I do love my tiger barbs. The tinfoil barbs in there at the moment are like, they're just, God damn, I just love them. So yeah, it's a bit hard to say favourite fish. One thing I would say is pretty much, if I've had a fish tank in my life, I've had a red-tailed black shark in it. So they probably end up going up there as probably would be put as my favourite fish because they've always been a part of my aquarium. Always. The frontosus. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what you're saying. What I've noticed with the live streams, mate, is there's quite a few different fish have different names, which is oh mate, damn. Okay, for those that aren't sure what they're on about, that is your frontosus, if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, mate, I can understand. I can understand why you like them. I take it you've got them. What they like for breeding, vibes? I take it the mouth brooders as well, are they? They kind of look like they are. Is the breeding of them trying to get the lump on the head big though? Is that kind of how it's going? I have kept clown loaches, Jake. Yeah, only briefly though. I had them for about 6 months. I bought some nearite snails for this tank, and they just left them bloody unsightly white eggs everywhere. Oh God, they're horrible, horrible. So I was like, right, I need to get rid of that. So yeah, the clown loaches get rid of those white eggs for you. So I introduced some clown loaches in there, but yeah, they ended up changed the dynamic of the tank way too much. At the time, there was a breeding pair of electric blue tiger barbs in there. They kind of ruined that. So yeah, I ended up taking them out. Then went back to the store where I originally got them from, like 6 months later. They did the job, but I think the ones to be had with probably more ferocious kind of active fish, they'd probably be all right in a barb tank. But I think if you want to try breeding, then they're not a tank that you'd add to. You wouldn't add them to any tank where you're breeding, because they're just holding out them eggs and munch away. Ah, so is your logo as well? 7 clown loach. How do those clown loach go around when you try to breed your frontosas, mate? 5 years to breed. Bloody hell. Is that when they start breeding? Is that when they reach adulthood? I take it. Do they reach adulthood at 5? Oh no. I sat here thinking I've not pulled any food out of the freezer from food tonight. Oh God. I can sort it though. I can sort it. It's not a problem. Clown loaches are stunning, Jake. They are, like I say, they're just a little bit. You've just got to watch what you put them in with. I kind of like. Oh, God. My head's gone. My head's gone. Oh, sometimes, sometimes when you're just like, where's my head at? Right, I'm actually going to look back at my laptop then. Coolie loach is what I couldn't think of. I love a coolie loach, mate. I am actually going to look at maybe putting coolies into somewhere. Just have to probably change the intake on my filter. So I need to get a different intake cover for the FX4, and then maybe introduce some coolie loach into the back here as well. I kind of love coolie loach. Four-inch, 3 clones, 8-inch. Wow, 8-inch. They're beasts, them, then, aren't they? Noel Albines. Is it Albines? Hopefully I've pronounced your name right there, buddy. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Fishkeeper Club. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask if you've got any advice. Be feeling free to share it, which is obviously what we like to see. If you aren't a subscriber to the channel, buddy, think the subscribe button. Join the family. Join the family. We've got a really, really good community of people that come in, week out, 4 days a week. Get the same people that come in if they're not busy. And the knowledge we have is amazing, mate. So yeah, stick around. In the Philippines, nice, buddy. Do you have aquariums as well? No, mate, don't they, Jake? 8-inch clowns. That's awesome, isn't it? Had my lime green. Has it arrived, mate? Yeah. What size tank's that in, Jake? And actually, Vibes, what size tank have you got your 8-inch in? Got to watch. Don't want to. What I say, I'd like to see Vibes' 8-inch, but it sounds bad, doesn't it? What size tank's that in, mate? That's all I like doing. I love just chilling, watching the tanks. I do apologise for the ambulance that came past there. For anyone who's sat with headphones on. Mollies, oh mate, got to like the mollies, mate. They're what got me into the hobby. They are the fish that got me into the hobby. I walked into a classroom when I was 8 years old to a brand new teacher that no one knew, that everyone was scared of. And we walked in, he had this amazing fish tank with loads of different fish in there. Guppies, platies, swordtails, mollies, neon tetras. He had all sorts in there. And he got everyone's attention. And he was such a great teacher. Such a great teacher. The guy who got me into this hobby, Mr. Andrew Beatty. It is a tribute today, actually, to that man as well. Unfortunately, did pass away yesterday. Massive loss. It's a man I haven't seen since I was 10, 11 years old. I haven't seen him for 40 years. Did actually manage to speak to him a couple of years ago. Thankfully, got the chance to thank him, which probably a lot of people have never done. What a great guy. What a great guy. And then when I look on the tributes that are coming in about him now on Facebook, his death has reintroduced me to at least 4 people that I used to go to school with from the age of 4 years old. So it's not always bad things that come out of someone's death, you know. So it's kind of reignited some old friendships. Nice to find out what other people are doing that you've not seen for so many years. And it was just nice to read the comments that he didn't just have an influence on my life. He had an influence on everybody that he taught. Every kid in that classroom, we had him for 2 years, and every kid in that classroom, I've not seen a bad word about him, honestly. It's nice. Just a shame that the guy has passed away. That wasn't the nicest thing to wake up to this morning. Loaches are in a 340 litre. What's that, mate? Is that like 5 foot in length, that Vibes, is it? So yeah, hence why the Fishkeeper Club is kind of named a tribute today, because it is a tribute to that guy, the guy who introduced me to this amazing hobby. That if he hadn't introduced me to this amazing hobby, I wouldn't be here now doing this. So it just goes to show how people can kind of influence your life so much without you really knowing it until later on. So yeah, man. heart goes out to his family. I know what it's like. I lost my dad like 3.5 years ago. He was the other man that had an influence on this hobby. He had tropical fish before I was born. Had to get rid of him kind of when we were born, and then yeah, my dad would be amazed at the hobby now. He really would, with the amount of plants. My dad was a really keen gardener as well, so 2 hobbies, fish and gardening, combined to one. He'd been amazed with it, what it is now, and the amount of different types of fish that you can get nowadays as well. Two meters. Yeah, mate. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought it'd be. That's a beast of a tank, that vibe, isn't it? That's great size. I probably will end the stream a little bit earlier today, guys, because I've got so much to do. I've got to plumb my washing machine in yet, so I may end it like an hour earlier today, just because, and I am pretty tired, to be perfectly honest. So I think we'll probably call it a day for today. I do apologise for kind of closing down early today, guys. It's just because I've got so much to do. There's so much to do. I've got to get an old washing machine out, put a new one in, and it's just, I know it doesn't take long, but it kind of does. So to everybody that's joined us today, thank you very much. It has been a little bit of a shorter one today. Like I say, it's not been the greatest of days for me to find out that one of the biggest role models in my life has passed away. So we will leave it at that for today. We are back on Monday night. Fishkeeper Club will resume at 8 p.m. on Monday. Thanks to everyone that's been in today, mate. Jake, Vibes, Ken, Reese. Who else? Noel, Sammy Fire. Everybody that's been in today, guys. Thanks so much. You take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you Monday, have a fantastic Christmas, guys. And look after yourself and be safe more than anything. Take care, guys. Bye now.